So the iPhone 8 is a very interesting iPhone, and I kind of wanted to hit on, once again, a couple of reasons as to why you should maybe even buy this iPhone in this specific year. Now you can probably guess this is not one of the phones that I would recommend people to buy. It wouldn't be the first one I'd recommend people to buy anyways, but it's still a decent iPhone in some ways, and I'm sure there are some reasons why you'd probably want to buy an iPhone like this in this day and age. Now, first of all, I would say if I had to go and recommend people to buy this phone, it'd probably be the fact that it's still kind of supported with software. Now, this is a double-edged sword. It's not really supported with software on one hand, but on the other hand, it still kind of is supported. So I think that's something cool kind of going on with this device, is that you're kind of in this like mixed bag of this phone being supported with software and then also not being supported with software at the same exact time. So keep that in mind. It's still getting iOS 16 updates for, however long it does get it. So it's better off than nothing. As long as it's kind of supported, that's still okay. Now, the other thing I want to state is that the outside and the hardware of this body still actually feels pretty good. Like, it doesn't really feel like this like super outdated old phone. It's definitely an older iPhone. It's probably kind of starting to get a little bit outdated now, to be honest. But I'm actually still surprised how good this thing can still hold up even against something like an iPhone, iPhone like 11, iPhone 12, not necessarily the 12, but when I hold the iPhone 11 that's still supported with software, and I hold something like the iPhone 8, there's still a lot of similarity. It still feels very similar. And if you're somebody who likes a smaller phone, well, you're definitely going to appreciate the iPhone 8 a lot, because it is a smaller iPhone that a lot of people are actually going to prefer from that size, perspective. So that might be another kind of small thing to keep in mind there too. I would also say that the performance of the iPhone 8 is actually pretty good. Like, it's really not a horrible performing iPhone. If you're trying to do like basic games and basic applications, you're probably going to be okay. But keep in mind, like I mentioned before, this is definitely going to be a slower performing device. It's definitely not going to be, at the same level as something like an iPhone, even like an iPhone 11. The 11 is going to be much faster, but I guess it's still nice to have a device like this laying around. And if you want to play basic games or basic apps, I guess this thing's going to be okay from that perspective too. The camera and the applications and everything, the camera is okay. It's definitely not that amazing. 4K at 60 on the back though, which is not that bad. But applications are still able to be downloaded from this device. You're still able to use this phone as a normal phone as you normally would. And it's a good device, I like it a lot. I just don't think it's necessarily the first one I'd recommend buying. But those are basically the main reasons why I'd even recommend buying this phone. I think the biggest one probably is that it's so cheap. It's such a cheap phone to buy. And on top of that, it just makes zero sense, to buy this phone. But if you had to, those are basically the main reasons to go into it. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.